So way back in 2010s, I got really into the EDM scene. This was right about the time that dubstep was invented. But I wasn't just into the EDM scene. As about par for 37% of EDM fans, I was also a DJ. I got really into the idea of using music to manipulate the energy of a space. Mostly it was a side gig though, while I was in school studying music to make it a career, I guess. So that pretty quickly became clear that that was never going to work, because every third person I met in the club was a DJ. Alright, my turn. We're still very passionate about music though, which is what most of this game dev is going to be about. So the music you're listening to was written by our friend Kira Rigel. There's a sick cross-promotion link in her SoundCloud, is in there. What do you call it? You mean the description? Yeah, whatever, that thing. We also plan to write some original pieces for Dr. Esreth, particularly for certain bosses. So one of the problems working with music in video games is how the music will react to the player's inputs. The most basic implementation of this is during a zone transition, where we just stop the current track and start playing the new one right after the old one ends. And my immersion's gone. And it's back.
The next logical step. Crossfade between the tracks.
That's a well enough place to stop. But
Let's up the difficulty.
so when a DJ crossfades between tracks, they're usually doing a little bit more than turning up the volume on one track and turning it down on the other. Usually what they're doing is a little bit more complex. They're usually lining up the measure's first beat, and then they're pressing this little button right here. It says sync. And that's all there is to DJing. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. With technology, though, we can automate this process inside our hyper-advanced modern game engine. But technology has its limitations. Unfortunately, there was a limitation in our development software. It doesn't have any audio functions that can adjust tempo or pitch independently. So, barring our development software company dumping its copious piles of money into advanced dynamic music functionality, we can't change tempos for sync purposes. We can still sync up the first beats of the measures regardless of tempo though, and we can speed up the crossfade time so that new tracks come in right after their fourth beat, and so that the initial track fades out right before its first beat. Other quality of life bits that we've added. We've assigned tracks multiple starting points that are chosen at random. That way we can prevent listener fatigue. Some things in the world respond to music cues. These conveyor belts, for example, activate through beats 3 and 4. Fool. Now I'll just pause my way through beats 1 and 2. Too bad for you, Kira Rigel made this zen-ass drone track. Since this one has zero rhythmic information in it, we can adjust its pitch without clashing tempos. And after multiplying the pitch by interval ratios, we can make the drone music match the root note or the perfect fifth of whatever track was playing before pausing. To convey the sense of multiple minds in the same body, we had Kira make this internal dialogue theme. It gives us nice abstract anchors that we can tie to the personas. Here, check out mine again. We can use synchronized tracks again to let the player mash up these two tracks however they want. You may have seen this effect in other video games. We're pretty excited to use dynamic music in the future, but let's go ahead and talk about what else we've been up to. As you can see, we've added some visual effects. There's this one for water. There's this one that distorts the more you use the item S1R3N. Here's some heat waves. Lastly, to make my singularity bombs even more awesome, we've got this space-time bendy visual effect. There's also these new resource wheels that temporarily appear whenever information becomes relevant. We've made one new prototype since the first devlog, and that's the Super Soaker 9000, the Solvent Saturator 9000, which is just a regular water gun, but it can be used to hold water, acid, liquid nitrogen, portal slime, you name it. Portal slime is work in progress. There's a new energy bar. Fancy stuff. Check out this alternative font in case you didn't like the first one. Oh my god, it's so soggy, I love it. Hey, what's this new thing? Wait, what's this new thing? Oh, this thing? Yeah, that's just my new neck tattoo. You like it? Store items in this thing. Read books from this thing. If you're into that, I guess. Play the game with this thing. Is that a Stadia controller? Who the hell uses Stadia? Yeah, I got a free 6-month trial thing with my fiber optic plan. And for whatever reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to buy a second one of these controllers. So, like, I can resubscribe if anyone wanted me to, and we could, like, stream Stadia and chill or something.